Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now welcome to the extra video of the day, and it is an episode of League discussion. I have decided to bring the series back because last time people enjoyed it, there was a good conversation in the comments. But what I will say is last time I did say if I brought this back there would probably be gameplay going on. Unfortunately I haven't had enough free time to collect spare gameplay. I'm kind of prepping a lot of videos at the moment in preparation for my laser eye surgery, so I just haven't had a lot of spare time to get footage and stuff. So this is an episode of League Discussion. So this is the series that I take a topic, rip it apart with my own opinions and experiences, and encourage the conversation in the comment section below. Now today's topic, I thought it was a pretty good one in the fact that a lot of my viewers are either normal players, are leveling up for the first time, or this may be your first season of playing. So the topic I've chosen to talk about is how to approach ranked, either for your first time or with the new season coming, because a lot of people are like, what happens? I have no idea what's going on. Why is there new placements and stuff? So I just thought I'd quickly explain all this good stuff. So the first thing I want to just get out the way is maybe the cat in the room or the elephant in the room, is should you treat SoloQ differently to FlexQ? Not really, no. So both are ranked. As soon as a queue has the word ranked in it, you should be tryharding. You should be playing stuff that you're good at, playing stuff that you know you can potentially win on, and look to climb. Because what you have to think is, sure, you may want to try out something new or play something a little bit weird, but then you're kind of disrespecting the people on your team. You know, it's not just your ranking on the line. You may not care about exactly what rank you are, but the people that you're queuing up with, they probably do. So please be respectful when you enter any queue that has the name ranked in it. Even if you, like, well, I know one big counter that people are going to have, especially to the FlexQ, is on my server they got rid of normal draft. Therefore, the FlexQ is now normal draft for me, and I'm going to experiment in it. Honestly, I can't really argue with you there, because I would never play normal blind ever. Like, I just would. There's no point if you want to learn the game. Mirror matches and stuff don't actually help you. So if you are on one of the low population servers that they have disabled normal draft, I honestly can't really argue if you want to treat FlexQ as your normal draft, but please still take it seriously. Still treat it as a ranked queue, and yeah, maybe play stuff that you're learning, but yeah, please take it seriously. But again, I can't bad talk you at all because they got rid of normal draft. That was the main way people practiced, because it was like the closest you could get to ranked without it actually being ranked. And some people were like, what's the difference? As soon as you attach a ranked to a queue, a rating, a number, whatever it may be, it becomes a lot more serious for a lot of people. It becomes, you know, it basically becomes hardcore for majority of the player base. A lot of people don't realize majority of people that play League do not play ranked. Maybe that number is changing over the years, but very much with the last time that they gave that information out, which was a few years ago, yeah, majority played normals. Very little people actually played ranked. If my memory serves correct, I think the number was between 10 and 15% of people that actually play League play ranked. Again, that may not be an updated number, but yeah, just be respectful if you are playing FlexQ kind of as your experiment queue. Still try hard, still try to play. Now, if it's your first ever time playing ranked and you've got a fresh account, you're like, woo, time to get into ranked. First thing is make sure you're ready. Do not rush into it. If you rush into it, you're most likely going to get bronze 5 or somewhere in bronze, and that's going to be a very tricky situation, especially if you're a relatively new player. I'd say a lot of people that get stuck in bronze for years probably went into ranked a little bit too quickly. It's not a race, it's not a rush. Just make sure you're ready. And when are you ready? Well, first thing is having runes and masteries that are suitable towards your champion pool. Second point is actually have a champion pool. Don't randomly go in ranked and go, I'm going to play this today. I've never played it before. That's not what ranked is. Normals is for that. Ranked is for literally going, I know this champion. I'm going to play this champion and I'm going to get a good rank. So don't be just random, especially if you're new into ranked. And I know some people will counter going, you're doing an A to Z series or stuff that you've never played before or not played it in years. First thing, I have played every single champion in the game, probably at least 10, 20 times each. And yes, that does include Teemo and Singed. I have played them throughout the years on patches that they have been very strong. But I know the game. I've been playing this game for 7 years. Even if I don't play a champion actively, I've played with a champion on my team or against that champion on the enemy team for years. I know how all the champions work. So please don't be just like, I'm going to play this because Huz can do anything. it's a little bit of a different situation, so just be very careful with what you play. Again, it's not a race, and I know some people get pressurized by their friends going, play ranked, play ranked. It's like, don't. Just do it when you think you're ready. There is ranked anxiety. What would I advise to get over ranked anxiety is just kind of suck it up and keep playing. I had ranked anxiety, believe it or not, back in the day, back in like season 1. It was a long time ago. What did I do to get over it? I just played more ranked. The more ranked you play, the normal it becomes, and now ranked is technically my normal queue. I don't play normals unless I'm leveling up an account, which I'm doing right now for next season's Unranked to Diamond. But yeah, I open League and the first thing I click on is ranked, because that's just the norm for me. To me, normal queue is way too casual, and that will happen to you if you play League for 7 years. So it's just a matter of time. The anxiety, some people will never have it, some people always have it. From someone like me, it went away after playing like 50 games of ranked, and I was like, well, this is just normal, who cares if I lose one game, because I'm just going to win the next one. Next point is, going off that, is do not get frustrated over the occasional loss that may not be your fault. Everybody loses games, whether you're in bronze or diamond, because someone else on your team is mucking up. Don't get down, don't get frustrated. That's just part of ranked. There are going to be games that you win because someone is feeding on the enemy team. There are going to be games that you lose because someone on your team is going to be feeding. There are going to be games that you lose because you're the one feeding. Everybody has bad games, and in the grand scheme of things, if you play 500 ranked games a season, 1 loss, 2 losses, 10 losses, it doesn't really matter. So just kind of treat every game as an individual thing. If you lose it, move on. If you win it, great. Don't be that frustrated. Next point is a pretty obvious one. Don't rage. And I know a lot of people rage when I say this. It's not hard not to rage. Even if you have those anger feelings, which again, I don't really get how you get so angry, but even if you have those feelings, just don't press the enter button. Type it out, then delete it. Do not press that enter button. You know, I have the occasional moment in my commentaries that I'm moaning about somebody, complaining about somebody. I could easily start typing that to the person. Why don't I? Because it's pointless. It would only make the game worse. It would only make my chance of winning even lower. And that's the point. I want to win. I've always said for years, I don't care about my KDA. Sure, it's nice to have a good KDA. I don't care about raging or anything like that. All I want to see is the victory screen. And if you, by just not pressing enter when you're raging at somebody, you delete the message that you were going to send, that could get you towards that victory screen. And if you're not 100% committed that, oh, raging improves your chances of winning, I think about 2 years ago, Riot released some statistics, and it was very evident. I think it's like rages lose 10% more games than win, or something like that. There is a video, I think Rivington was the one that voiced it. Go try find it. And it's just obvious. Like, if you're a rager, you break down the communication between 1, yourself, and 2, your team. They start arguing. They start muting people. Again, muting people, I do it all the time because I just don't want that person to be communicating with me if they're raging. So now I don't have any communication with that person. It's just overall a kind of bad experience. And if you are then quite bad at raging, you will then get punished. I know some people are like, oh, the punishment system doesn't work. But as somebody that I get pop-ups all the time saying someone you've reported has been punished. Maybe I just report valid people. Maybe other people don't. But people do get punished. And you do not want to be one of those people. I have known a couple people that, unfortunately, they got permabans on their accounts that they spent a lot of money on. You do not get anything from that. Some people try to make an argument the other month on Reddit going, I spent £500 on my account, I got permabanned, I demand that money back. You don't. You don't actually own your account. That's not actually how it works. If you want to go into the legal side of things, we don't own anything in League of Legends. I do not own my Huzzy account. I have the license for it, and that's kind of what it is. I do not own it, because if I owned an account in League of Legends, I'd own everybody's accounts. That's kind of how legal stuff works in this game. So that can't happen. So they can take away and give anytime they want, and there's nothing wrong with that. So just try not to be toxic. Really does help. Another couple things that I just want to generally advise is if you are if Season 6 was your first season and you're transitioning into Season 7 in a few weeks, just to expect, basically. So what happens is on December the 7th, I believe it is, it's around then anyway, ranked will go down for at least a day, and then the new queue will come up. This new queue will say solo, whatever, solo or flex, whatever you want to go in, and you have to do 10 placement games. Like the first time you ever did ranked, you did 10, you got to do 10 again. The difference is, is the first 10 you ever do on your account is a fresh accounts MMR, which is roughly about silver 4, roughly. Where now the placements that you do, if you've played ranked before that point, it goes off the MMR that you got in the previous season. For example, on my main account, I achieved Diamond 3 in Season 6. So now, when I do placements in Season 7, it will take that Diamond 3 into account of where I'm going to get placed, with a maximum rank of Platinum 1. Challenger players, Master players, Diamond players, the maximum you can get after the first placements in a season is Platinum 1. You usually go down, by the way, just to kind of point that out. You go down in ranking, don't expect to go up. Lots of people rage about that point, but it's normal. If a Challenger player goes down to Platinum, why are you getting angry if you go from Bronze 1 to Bronze 3? Trust me, higher rating people tend to get screwed over a little bit more in this aspect. So again, if you're Bronze 1, prepared to get lower in Bronze. If you're Silver 2, prepared to get lower in Silver. It's the natural thing. Don't freak out. I just thought I'd warn you because that is actually what happens. Next thing is just to kind of talk about SoloQ a little bit, because I did see some comments going, Season 6 was my first season. What's SoloQ? I only know what Dynamic Q is. Okay, let's just quickly explain that for the final point of today's discussion. Is SoloQ is what the ranked queue used to be back from Season 1 to Season 5. Season 6 they decided to change it for whatever reason. It didn't go well for a lot of the community, so they're bringing back SoloQ. So what SoloQ is you can go up, you only can queue up as an individual or in duo queue. That's it. There is no 3-man pre-made, there's no 4-man pre-made, there's no 5-man pre-made. It's only solo or duo, with probably, if they're going to keep the old system, a maximum of 1 duo queue per team. So if you have, say, a duo queue bot lane, you won't have a duo queue mid and top as well. You'll only have the duo queue in the bot lane. So that's the idea. It's generally a better judge of skill, and that's why they've kind of bring it back. That's why so many solo queue players like myself just didn't like Dynamic Queue, is because if I got Diamond 3 by myself, then someone else got Diamond 3 by playing 5s. Like, that just didn't really work for a lot of people. It kind of undermined my achievement as a solo player. So solo generally is where you want to go if you want to see where you belong as an individual. If you want to kind of be like, I think I'm good at this game, I like playing as an individual, I want to know where I am, that's really SoloQ. FlexQ, it's still a hardcore queue, it's still ranked, still take it seriously, but it's more of a friendly team environment. That's kind of how they're kind of wording it. Is if you have 3 friends that all want to play ranked, all in the same ratings, you can't obviously play SoloQ together, so you go play Flex. If you have a 5-man team, you have to go play Flex. It is a little bit dodgy now that I sit myself. I know I'm a weird example, but I've got friends in gold. I no longer can play with those friends in ranks. So therefore, I probably won't play with those friends because I don't play normals. The only thing I really do with them now is ARAM. So a diamond player cannot play with a gold player in FlexQ. You have to be within the same kind of band of rating, roughly. But that's pretty much going to be it. I just thought I'd give a little bit of an overview of what to expect from ranked, what you should give into ranked. Trust me, it's going to be up and down. You're going to have moments that you're feeling on top of the moon when you're winning a lot of games, and you're going to have moments that you're feeling very much down, that if you're on a 5-game lose streak. It is normal to go on win streaks and lose streaks because it's just depending what your mood you're in and what opponents you get. You know, again, there is the chance that you're just going to get good opponents, especially in the early season. If you're like a mid-platinum, low-platinum player, you have to remember that all these challenger players, master players, diamond players, we maximum can get platinum 1 in placements. If we have a bad placements, I last season got placed, I think, in platinum 5. It took me a week to get back to diamond, roughly. Like, we will get mixed in with platinum and gold players. So stomps happen all the time in the early game. Think of what's happened recently in FlexQ. Yeah, that's kind of the early stages of SoloQ every single season, and that's normal because everybody kind of gets bunched together, and then the high rating, the really good players will just quickly go back to high rating, the platinum players will kind of stay where they are, and then everybody else will do whatever. So that's how it works. If you guys have any other advice that you want to give people, leave it in the comments. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments, and I will try my best to get through them all. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this little league discussion. It's not unranked to diamond. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. I probably will explain it a couple more times just in the commentaries because people get very confused. And trust me, if you're a Reddit viewer, you will see several rage threads at the beginning of the season that people just do not understand the system. I got placed lower than I was last season. Yes, that's normal. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, throw a like on it. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.